Their opponents are a team who have surprised a few people at this major, having reached their second semi-final at a major. This is the road to the semis for Na'Vi.
We want to show that we work hard more than other teams and show that we are one of the best teams in the world and not top 5 as everybody thinks.
We decided to not go into bootcamp before tournament, but playing much more online. So we're trying something new.
Me personally, I am always confident. As team, we are confident enough to beat top teams, even though we haven't showed a good result at this event. But yeah, I feel we are confident enough.
I think the best player in this tournament will be Guardian.
Na'Vi is the team to move forward. What a performance.
I think today we can go to first place and beat everyone.
Hopefully it will be a good game for viewers. Hopefully it will be a good game for us, and I hope we will win.
Please welcome to the stage a team attempting to reach their first ever major final. The Guardians of Yellow, Na'Vi! Okay, let's get a quick few words with these two gents. I don't want to hold you up too long. You've got a big game coming up ahead of you. Adam, everything okay in the NiP camp right now?
For sure. I mean, after the game yesterday, we're very pumped for the major here and the title.
You have an incredible record at majors, going for your 6th final appearance. What is it about the majors that brings the best out of you guys?
I don't really know. It's something with the competition here, all the good teams, and the atmosphere in the arenas. It's awesome to play.
Well, best of luck, Adam. Guardian, same thing for you. Everything okay in Na'Vi? All ready, prepared? Looked at all the demos you need to look at?
Of course. Hopefully it will be even better than yesterday, so yeah, hopefully yes.
Always tough against NiP, no matter what competition, but always at a major seems to be even harder for you guys. What is it about you that hasn't enabled you to get through from the semis to a final?
It will be something great because we had to wait 1 year to get here to the semi-finals, and hopefully it will be successful for us, and yeah, but it will be hard.
All right, tough game ahead for both of you. Gents, best of luck. Hold on to your seats, ladies and gentlemen. It's Na'Vi versus NiP.
Yeah, hold on to your seats indeed. This one is going to be absolutely electric. A semi-final fit for any tournament, let alone a major. This is incredible. So let's talk about this. Obviously, I can see straight away, Moses, you've nailed your colours to the mast, haven't you?
Oh, yeah.
You're really feeling NiP to get into this final.
Yeah, absolutely.
I always thought he was kind of an annoying guy. I didn't know what it was. I had this sense about him, though.
Yeah.
Finally, it all comes out. The nose never lies, Rich.
Yeah, the devil knows.
As you know.
Yeah.
Turning on everyone now.
Yeah.
Okay, back to you, Moses. Back to you, Moses. Yeah, love you, mate.
Back to
Love you.
Moses.
I just don't know what, I think that NiP, just the players they have, the way they played yesterday, I don't even really care how they played the last 3 months. It looked like a completely different team yesterday. Yeah. And I'm confident in what I saw, and I'm also more confident in the individual players, guys like GetRight, guys like Forrest, to be able to come up big in this matchup more so than the guys on Na'Vi.
And fifth, obviously, your old home. Your boys are looking real good right now. Can you put your finger on what it is exactly that's changed at this major? Because coming in, everybody was writing them off.
Well, they seem to be playing in a way different style. I don't really care that much anymore, where I think they had a lot of issues before, even back when Michael was playing on the team. You know, they ended up coming in the semi or in the finals for that first major. I think they were also like one round away from winning that tournament. Yeah. Didn't really happen, and then some issues, and then Aldo came in, and it just kept on escalating, and they just couldn't really find, you know, their groove again. And now, right after the previous major, when they fell short versus VP in the quarters, I think something just snapped in their heads. Like, well, guys, we're just playing scared. We're never going to win a title like this. So let's just play how we used to play, and you know, just go and shoot heads. And you saw there this tournament as well. Forrest has been on fire. I think he's the second rated player in terms of entry frag, and Guardian is the first. So that's going to be extremely fun to see. And also on top of that, Freiburg is playing really well, and that's something I really think that NiP needs.
Now, by contrast, while NiP, I think, exceeded expectations for this event, I don't think anyone could argue about that. Na'Vi, on the other hand, have kind of struggled a little bit. I mean, I almost feel at times you've had to rely on Guardian, sort of dragging them kicking and screaming. C's did it once as well. Yep. Flamey stepped up once as well. It's like it takes one player putting in an astronomical performance to really get them to win a game.
Now, they've had their difficulties, certainly. Multiple times they've faced teams. I mean, even against CLG, there was times there where it was touch and go how it was going to be for them. But in a weird way, I can interpret there is still a positive within that, which is even when they went through difficulties and they had a cold patch and a player wasn't doing so well, somehow someone else found a way to insert themselves in the game. We saw C's just take over the game against CLG. We've seen different players find ways to contribute to the team, and they've always managed to turn the game. That's the thing. Even when it's been difficult, they've survived. And so in many ways, tournaments can just be a case of survival. We talk about peaking for the final, getting better with each playoff series that you play. Sometimes, yeah, it's great to play amazing Counter-Strike in the group stage, but if you don't play the way in the semi-finals or whatever else it might be, then you might be going home. Whereas the guy who seems to just get through, then in the final, maybe he brings out his best. I mean, to touch on Moses' decks, I know he's feeling NiP here. He saw the incredible performance yesterday, saw them wreck Titan on that Dust 2 game. The great American author, Joseph Heller, had a quote, okay, he said, "Never ignore a gut feeling, but don't believe it's enough." That's all I'm going to say to you, Moses.
Well, let's see if we can get our gut feelings right about this veto that's happening on our screens right now. Yeah. No surprise to see NiP take out Overpass.
Neither are they. Both
no surprise to see
bans,
Na'Vi take out Cash. So we've got Train picked by Na'Vi. That's fair enough.
Here's the thing. That's the correct ban from Na'Vi, but we all saw what happened yesterday when TSM played Train against NiP. This will mean right from the get-go we'll know, is that NiP here? If they turn up and they're wrecking on Train, we know something's going crazy. Now here's another great one, which is NiP's picked Dust 2. They've been amazing on that map. They're something like 8-0 for the last few months. But Na'Vi was nuts on that with Guardian yesterday. Guardian's always been one of the greatest players on that map, so that's going to be sexy in itself. Deciders Inferno. Not necessarily like a NiP map at the moment, but was one that they built their name off actually at the end of last year. And obviously Na'Vi they've always had like a strange love affair with Inferno. They come to it, they come away from it. If we can get to a third map, it'll be insane. Right. I think there's a real good chance we could even see a splitting of the map.
Just before we get into that, I need to add an extra level of deliciousness to the proceedings.
Okay.
So people were tweeting at me, and they were like, hey, didn't Thorin say something about shaving his head if NiP make it to the final of a major? Well, okay, he didn't say that. He said he would shave his head if they made it to the final of the major, referring to Cologne. However, because we want to entertain, not desperate for clicks or anything, not at all. What I did was I talked to the Dreamhack management and said, if you double Thorin's fee, he is willing to shave his head on stream, live. Maybe even NiP can do it if they reach the final.
A lot of ifs there, but if that was to happen,
so it's out there, guys. It's on.
Then the hair can go.
The hair can go. So there we go. We will shave him bald on stream if NiP get this final, but only if they pay him double, of course.
This is going to be
now,
wonderful.
While we're let's go from ridiculousness to sensibleness. Freiburg, he's had a terrible time of late. Yeah. Stepped up yesterday, said that I can't believe I'm playing this bad. He said in the intro video. Well, neither could we. But we've watched it for a long, long time. But he's back with a bang, and a Flamey from Na'Vi, a player who's inconsistent, but has had some brilliant performances this event. Fifth Lauren, I'll bring you in to talk about these two players.
Yeah, like we were talking about before, yesterday, even for Freiburg there, he's the go-to guy for NiP. If he's not making entries, if he's not actually doing his job, then yeah, you're basically you're the odd man out, right? Because then NiP will always lose the entry. There's going to be playing 4 versus 5, and then it's not easy to win rounds.
The alarm bell.
Oh, the alarm bell. It's on.
Good
and then
tell,
for
yeah.
Flamey has always been the guy, when Guardian doesn't step up, Flamey is usually the go-to guy for Na'Vi. I'm hoping that both of them will show up today and even Cease, and then I think we're really going to have a game on our hands.
Got to get predictions now, just a one-liner.
NiP 2-1.
2-0, NiP.
Guardian will be the
buddy.
best player in the series. Na'Vi will win 2-1.
Okay,
Please.
great. Bold predictions all round. Hey, if he gets double,
I'm going to
if he gets to
strip
the
that
final.
shirt off you if they don't win this match.
Can't wait to watch that
Thanks a lot,
series.
ladies and
You're
gentlemen.
gonna be
We are going to
salty.
be back at the desk, but here it is. It's the second semi-final of this major in Cluj-Napoca. Na'Vi versus NiP. It's going to be a classic. We'll see you soon.
I just want to say right now that if I have to, I will start a Kickstarter initiative myself so that we get those funds in line to save Thorin's head.
I don't think Thorin needs any more money, to be fair. I think we should send it towards a charity, perhaps. That would be more appropriate.
Might be. That said, there's also someone else who needs to go on stream and cut off his man bun. I think Hayes made a bet with Moses, so we might have to pull him over to the desk at some point. That said, though, Henry, what a game we're going to have here. We saw Na'Vi yesterday. Back and forth, epic battle between them and Luminosity, really similar game styles.
Sure.
This time they're a little more oil and water, and NiP's been more flamboyant and classic, I guess you could say,
Well, this is
as of late in this tournament.
NiP finally stepping up this tournament. We've reached the semi-final here. Another chance to make a final at the major. We are going live, ladies and gentlemen. Let's make some noise. It is D-Train, Na'Vi starting on the T side, NiP on the CT. Let's have a look at the buy coming in from Na'Vi. They've got 4 sets of armor. C's going to be on the utility, 1 smoke grenade for him. And then most teams will go towards a B-bomb site here, maybe smoking towards lower ramp. Flashbangs going in, but no aggression being shown as of yet from the CT. It's just going to be get right towards that inside bomb site by himself. You can see him on your screen right now, looking for some information. Now, major spot a T there, as they do gain control of the upper platform there.
He actually is going to fall back as well. That gives them a little more map control of the upper hallways. Bombs still all the way back toward the stairwell, and the other 2 remaining members of Na'Vi, as we can see on the minimap, are out toward Ivy. So they're still just trying to go on a bit of a reconnaissance mission. Passive hold inside the A site as well for NiP, because they know that there's a chance, without any information, they could hit either site, so they want to be in quick rotation spots. And that's exactly why we see 2 players toward that Z hallway. Guardian's already down the ladder. He's going to try and open this up with the P250, as it is looking more likely that this will be onto the A-bomb site.
Yeah, absolutely. You can see them just buying their time right now, seeing what's available to him. Sees with the smoke grenade towards side alley right now. So you'd assume he's going to smoke off the left-hand side. It seems like an explosion onto a bomb site coming in. They're just waiting to see if anything becomes available. And here comes the execution
And
now.
Freiburg spots all 3 going by. He knows the smoke's coming out. He has to go more passive and exist. He tries to catch them off guard with the secondary peek, but goes down instead. But Freiburg was still in a good position to get a trade kill onto Zeus. Bomb still made it onto the train. And again, classic Na'Vi. What a pace to start it off. They wait, and when they go with complete authority. They get a bomb down already. Now a man advantage as it comes back to 4-on-3. Freiburg again, though, he gets a second kill. It's even back up. Good position for Flamey to be in. Try and get some nade early. Damage to favor the duel with Freiburg, but what a shot from Flamey. And he's going to look for more as he pushes Alu, forces him back toward Ivy. He spots Get Right in front, but he's able to turn his attention fast enough. And it does still remain dead even, but HP is so much greater that it allows Guardian to completely walk away with that round.
Yeah, really nice methodical start there from Na'Vi, showing their presence towards inside, forcing Get Right to lose his information, has to go to the back of the bomb site. They get in position, burst out of side alley, end main connector as well, and they get the bomb down. It was just too much for NiP to hold on to. They were so passive there. They didn't really have any control. They were just sitting back and waiting for something to happen. So, like you said, classic Na'Vi playstyle there. No force buy as of such coming in. Well, actually, I guess they did. They got Get Right on the scout. Freiburg's gone for Desert Eagle and armor. Zist and Alu being a little bit more conservative. Looks like a full inside push, though, coming from Na'Vi. This was a problem for them yesterday, committing too early to these choke points on the anti-eco round to see whether they can rectify these mistakes. Going to be going towards the upper ramp here. Means they can keep the AKs in full stead, keep the range nice and long here.
Nice and long, but again, Get Right is playing the same approach with that scout. Interestingly, the pistols are also very far back, though, and Guardian, he's already recognized this. He's already figured out exactly what NiP here up to, so they smoke off the 2 choke points inside the bomb site, get it down early, and they don't even bother pushing too far forward. Again, the rifles, they can keep the range in their favor, and this is extremely unlikely for NiP. It's almost worth at this point to try and get out and save what they did invest. As Get Right with that scout, it might be valuable in the next round. It's down to 5 versus 2. Guardian gets down on 1 HP. But this is surely and inevitably going to go to Na'Vi to make it 2-0 exist, at least doing economical damage early to make them force another gun to be bought in the next round. That's all he's going to get.
That's the really nice anti-eco approach from Na'Vi there. The benefit of going out upper ramp is it means you have a bird's eye view of the bomb site. Instead of going down lower ramp and trying to clear out all those close range angles and running into a P250 spray down, it means you're actually controlling the map there and making sure you don't make any mistakes. If anyone does go down, it should be quickly rectified there. So Navi responding reasonably well there to the semi-force, I'd say, from NiP. They make sure some of their players still have good cash. Alu will be able to afford an AWP in the first gun round here, so you'd assume this is going to be a pretty much full eco here. They have got some PT-50s, a smoke grenade on exist as well, probably going to smoke off towards main. And Navi going for a much slower approach this time. Just get right towards the inside bomb site. He's got the P2000, just going to be trying to do anything he can with it, and now Navi just trying to find a pick before they make their decision as to how to handle this round.
Guardian does get that pick you're talking about. Now he's got the smoke off to his left. That'll conceal the fact that there is an NiP player trying to push forward past the train, and Flamey's going to find Forrest. Good flank attempt from GetRight. They were all in front of him, but unfortunately the pistol not going to be sufficient enough, and it will stay perfect. All 5 alive for Na'Vi, but guns to come out this time for NiP.
Yeah, this is it. So really successful anti-eco rounds there for Na'Vi. Didn't really lose too many men. They're going to have a huge bankroll here, probably about an average of about 7k across the board for the team. You can see the AWP coming out for Guardian. Just going to swap his eco over to one of the Mac 10 players, which I believe was Zeus there. So they're going to have a really nice bankroll going into this 4th round. Alu does pick up the AWP as predicted. He's going to be instrumental here. NiP a little bit on the back foot, not a single kit available to them. No incendiaries either. This round is going to be decisive, going to knock NiP onto an eco if they do lose it. So Navi now getting the way towards Ivy. Going for that first pick, and Guardian gets it, takes down Freiburg. Interesting angle for him to face, didn't have to commit to that one.
Thorn said it on the desk. If we're going to see if NiP is what they were yesterday, we'll find out extremely early, because this map was great between TSM and NiP. Get right. He's already got that smoke in front. Again, you're also right. Going back, that was not necessarily an angle Freiburg had to face, so NiP's going to have to be careful and calculated on the chances they take, because again, they find themselves down a man.
This is the time now. They need to react. They need to be finding a frag. Alu needs to step up. He's making his way towards Ivy. This could be the pick that decides the fate of this round. You can see Navi there just waiting for it. They're predicting him to have a face. He's not going to commit to the angle just yet, just holding, waiting for the push. How patient can he be?
There's no second man there either, so there's no utility to be thrown out and allow him to peek after. So he literally just has to sit and wait the entirety of Navi's decision, because the rest of them are grouping toward the ladder. Bomb, meanwhile, has actually gone past. It's going to look toward the B side, so this is going to be a fake at Ivy, and they're going to get at least a trade kill. This will force the rotation out. Guardian catches GetRight in transition, and the B bomb side is completely theirs for the taking. Not only that, because they've won the trades, or at least we're winning the trades, they'll get a rotation, a wraparound through CT, and Flamey can now help pinch the 2 players off on the site and secure that post-plant position, as it is just Forrest 1-on-3.
Yeah, that's a bit of a nightmare for Freiburg there, losing that frag so early on, and not really for any reason. I couldn't work out what his purpose behind that was. Facing with an M4, that type of angle, you know Navi are such a slow team, they rely on Guardian to get them picks to open up rounds, and they're just feeding him to him right now. That was just a walk in the park for them. Getting that first pick, it means the CTs have to spread much thinner and work out what they're going to do. GetRight left it on his side, and they committed 2 players towards Ivy as well. So once they came out, found that pick onto Alu, he managed to take down 1. It was just too late. GetRight had no choice but to rotate. Got caught in the back by Guardian. There's the flames going off. It's going to be 4-0 in favor of Navi now. Forrest does save the M4, but this is a bit of a nightmare now for NiP. They're going to have to go in eco. They maybe can upgrade some pistols here. Forrest has to do some serious work if they're going to have any chance of getting into this one, but you'd expect another slow-paced round. Nice little face there.
That's one-upping for us, potentially.
Yeah, so you just see a nice slow round coming in from Navi. Nothing to lose here. They just need to make sure they hold back, got a huge bankroll. Don't need to commit to anything. Don't need to force the issue too much. So that's not going to help though. Freiburg, after the mistake he made last round, gets a huge entry kill there, taking down the point man Guardian, and now goes into the 5-on-4.
And Alu and Exist, they're going to work together to try and play a little bit more aggressive with these pistols as well, to try and put them in that one-shot, headshot, kill potential range. He's being quite smart about this, just getting that AWP further back so it's not there for the taking in case they get any more kills, or map control enough, confidence enough to push out and add it to the arsenal of weapons that they essentially don't have, if you will, on NiP's side. Sure. 3 players left alive. Freiburg, he's getting more aggressive out toward the position where he found that early pick, and as such, he does get the only other gun available to them. That's the M4, and he's the one with the kit. No armor on Alu, GetRight, or himself, so that may still play a pretty significant impact and role in this round. Alu, this is going to be aggressive. He's going to try and peek it out, but in that position, just walks out a little bit too slowly, and Flamey's able to hold that quite easily with the AK. It's back toward the B site where the bomb looks to go, mind you, and GetRight's the only one that's close enough.
Well, he's got rotations coming in from Freiburg as well. Freiburg has picked up that M4 Forest drop. This frag's going to be important. GetRight there, gets Zeus down to low HP, finally gets the kill as well, brings it to the 3-on-2. Will Navi now commit? You can see a player towards outside. That's going to be Flamey, has given the call out that the outside bomb side is clear, so they're just going to leave Seized to try and keep the attention.
Look at GetRight coming in. This is really smart. GetRight, he's actually spotted Seized. He goes right past him, doesn't care, because he knows he has to be quick. Unfortunately, Freiburg's already gone. That could have worked out well because they might have expected that C's not to spot that, not make the call, and he could have caught them off guard, potentially. But 5-0 now for Na'Vi on the T side.
Yeah, Na'Vi just taking advantage of the situation there. They saw a player towards inside, sent us 2 players, go to plant the bomb. This first pick from Freiburg there, that's absolutely nuts for him to hit that against Guardians AWP. Headline is, though, it's 5-0 in favor of Na'Vi. Double AWP setup coming out for an IP, though. They can be very strong with this. We know that Forest and Alu combo can be absolutely deadly. So will they be going for that first pick towards Ivy again? We can see one AWP player making his way towards there. It's going to be Forest. Actually just be leaving Freiburg there alone once again. Presumably won't be facing as much as he did last time. As Na'Vi go into their standard, just holding, waiting for picks there. You see them spraying through the smoke, trying to find Freiburg there. Do a reasonable amount of damage. Nade's coming in as well. He's actually going to go down to 11 HP. That means he has to go really passive now. Forest just looking towards main with that AWP. It's going to be Alu as well. Towards inside, backing up, get right. And there's 3 players for Na'Vi. They've taken control of the upper hallways there. You'd assume this may be a smoke execution coming in. Smoking off connector, down the lower ramp, and seeing if they can take over in that way. Slowly making their way towards our B bomb side.
Because this is going to play the only one forward in that position on the A side. He's going to be the first to be confronted if they even attempt to wrap back toward that ladder. But as you say, they're looking more aggressively towards ramp where they can smoke it off. Alu's par back at this AWP.
Yep.
An additional smoke from his teammates to try and contain them a little further, try and make them force through it immediately into the crosshair. But you can also look and one of the main things that they like to do, these T-sides like to do on these executions on B, is putting a deep smoke on that upper alleyway, that sidewalk, if you will, and then dropping quickly below onto Get Right's position. So Alu needs to make sure he finds the position carefully to compensate for that, but they walk in from ramp very quickly, and Get Right, he only manages one. They take down Alu as well. That was very quick when they did go from Na'Vi, and bomb's going to go down. Guardian catches Freiburg at the back of the site. It's left to 2 NiP players against the 3 of Na'Vi, and they've deployed the utilities, all of them, in fact, Molotov included, to try and slow this retake down from NiP, but Forrest is going to go for it. He knows they're on a max loss bonus. They knows that they need a round now desperately. And although he spots up Edward, he can't do anything about the fact that he finds Exist first, does find him on the second effort. 13 HP to go, looking for the second shot, but Zeus, he'll come away with it.
NiP looking a little bit passive here. They're not actually pushing into positions. They're not finding any information. They're waiting and allowing Na'Vi to fully execute into a bomb without losing a man whatsoever. This is exactly how Na'Vi like to play. Sit until about 30 seconds, work out whether they can gain some controls of a key area, like the upper hallways there. The fact they're giving it so easily is a real problem for them. For me, I'd have preferred Alu to actually push into the upper halls himself, go for that aggressive peek there, go to take down one. If he doesn't even get a kill there, he gets intel as to what's going on. Now they go into 6-0. They're on eco once again. Get Right goes into the max 7. It's more of a quasi-buy, so that basically means they can justify getting some body armor, some upgraded pistols, because the loss bonus is the maximum full effect right now. So there's $3,400 coming in, so definitely can go for a little cheeky investment here. No aggression shown once again. They're just going to be holding back. Get Right, known to do some serious work with that shotgun, so if they are going to get around, it's going to be based around him.
Forrest. We haven't really seen much activity toward that outer position in that quad between the trains. That's one of the most important choke points. You often see Kerrigan playing it for TSM and with good success, and it actually dictates how they're able to split onto this A site. But so far, every time they've looked toward this A site, they haven't had the guns to really do much about it. And Flamey again that time, he finds the first pick against Forrest, who tries to get a little bit cheeky and aggressive on top of the train. Traded, fortunately, though, by Exist. So that's something to add promise to NiP's efforts in this round.
Edward, though, he's somehow snuck towards the inside bomb site, undetected as of yet. Just going to be Get Right in there with that shotgun. Get Right, oh, there he is. Get Right gets caught with his pants down there. And now Na'Vi make their way into the B bomb site. Full rotation coming from the CTs. The call has been made, but it should be an absolute massacre here. Freiburg does answer back, though. You're going to be Exist left in a 3-on-1 situation. Just a P250 in hand. Has got armor as well. And he's going to do anything needs to be right now. Not meant to be. Zeus finishes him off there, 7-0. Na'Vi definitely running away with this one. It's definitely conceived to be a CT-sided map, so they need to work out how they can get back into this one. They've bought the double AWPs again. I think they need to be going for those first picks, Matt. They can't allow Na'Vi to have this sort of control and allow these full executions to come in.
I think Flamey's got more kills than everyone on NiP combined.
Yeah, you're right.
That's insane. He does, actually, by 1. So pretty impressive stuff. Great start for him, but it also highlights the fact that NiP just aren't able to get much rolling. They're going to go back to this